Hi, my name is Darren Joseph from HEJ.tax, and we're the team that seeks to demystify that sometimes confusing world of international tax. And today we have the honor and privilege of having a fantastic conversation ahead with Ricky and Todd. Ricky, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Yes. Well, my name is Ricky Gutierrez. I work at Gutierrez Pujadas and Partners, an international tax accounting and legal firm here located in Barcelona, Spain. And well, we're mostly focused on
Okay.
international clients, also Spanish clients. And we'll be here to kind of answer most of your questions related to taxation in Spain and also a little bit in the US.
Fantastic. And Todd?
Hi, everyone. My name is Todd Cowan. I am a certified financial planner and executive director at London and Capital. We are a UK headquartered wealth management firm with a unique regulatory approval that spans the US with the SEC, the UK with the FCA, and the Spanish financial regulator, the CNMV, allowing us to provide regulated advice truly cross-border. And as of 4 months ago, I now live right down the street from Ricky in Barcelona, Spain.
Wonderful. What are the key considerations for structuring investments to remain compliant with both the US and Spanish regulations, especially avoiding punitive regimes like the PFIC rules?
No, this is an interesting one, and this is kind of the one that I think the more that we talk about it, the more the U.S. connected individuals that move overseas will be aware of it. I would say that my first couple of years when I was living in London, remediation of this particular challenge was 95% of what I was doing. And so with respect to punitively taxed instruments, or specifically PFICs, which stands for Passive Foreign Investment Company, for the audience, the best way to think of this is a non-US registered collective. Think of a foreign mutual fund or a foreign ETF, something that is not registered in the United States. So these can be very problematic for US taxpayers. And the unfortunate reality is no red light starts going off when you buy one. You don't actually know that you have a problem until you go to sell it. And these are instruments, again, think of a mutual fund, an ETF, a hedge fund, a private equity fund, perhaps registered out of Dublin or out of Luxembourg, but specifically anything outside of the US. The unfortunate reality to these is when you go to sell them, they do not get the benefit of capital gains treatment in the US. So as Americans, you're tax filers for life, subject to you expatriating. And when you go to actually file your US taxes and you report these, there will be no capital gains treatment. You will be subject to the highest marginal income tax rate at the outset. And then potentially, depending on how long you've held it, the IRS could then assess a penalty. Now, the horror story is up into the remainder of the gain. That can be very punitive. There are some reporting structures that you could possibly enter into that can be somewhat costly to help you navigate around the ownership of a PFIC. And effectively, it's where you're doing almost a mark-to-market election each year. You will let the IRS know how much the fund has grown, and then you will pay the tax on it in that given year for that growth. So it's almost as if you realized it, even though you. So the way that you might structure around this is direct line security purchases, either owning direct stocks or owning direct bonds. There are an incredibly de minimis amount of U.S. registered funds that you could purchase, albeit abroad. Or the other thing is that you can navigate this by owning U.S. situs assets. As an international wealth management advisor that has capabilities that truly span cross border, we help individuals navigate this all the time. And again, not to be commercial, but there is solutions where you don't have to worry about PFICs. You can have kind of your cake and eat it too. But this idea of PFIC really does start to narrow the permissible investment universe for Americans living in Spain. And I think just the buyer beware thing that I would leave on this message is that to this day, there are certain institutions within Spain that will be happy to sell a U.S. tax filer an investment or a structure. And, we hope that it's because they don't know, the challenges. But the reality is that, it's more about getting the message out there, what to be aware of. Typically, you just want to be on the lookout for something that is a collective that holds multiple things in the underlying fund.
Absolutely. Just to echo what Todd has said, this is one of the biggest dangers facing US taxpayers abroad. this dreaded PFIC regime started in the 1980s under President Reagan. We're talking about between sections 1291 and 1298 of the U.S. tax code. It is draconian. It is aggressive. People have gotten into a lot of financial difficulty because of these mistakes. So again, speak to your U.S. Qualified wealth manager like Todd, or your U.S. qualified tax professional like ourselves, to make sure you do not get in trouble. It is an absolute nightmare. If someone wants to reach out to you and consult with you, what's the best way to do so?
You can either reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to me via my email address at Todd, Todd, .cowan at London and Capital, all spelled out, .com. We also have a website, London and Capital, and the and is very important. Make sure you do not forget the and or the ampersand in our name, because there is another institution out there that has some financial, unrelated to us, that has some financial troubles. And you want to make sure it's London and Capital, and you'll be able to find it.
Fantastic, thank you. And Ricky?
In terms of myself, you can also find me on LinkedIn, and also you can send me an email directly. My email is ricky@gpasoc.com. Ricky, it's RICKY. And you can also find me on our website. We do have a website with Gutierrez Pujadas and Partners in Barcelona. So you can send an email to our website. You can send a consultation to our website, and obviously me and my team will be able to reach out to you, and hopefully we'll be able to help you with any issues that you might have.
Thank you very much. And my name is Darren Joseph, htj.tax, and we'll see you next time.